Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
Darnold's pass intercepted. The Bears take over.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
36-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing is Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
51-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 43. Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
From the gun, here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
What is up?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 12-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
What is up?
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he was swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 53 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Seahawks 7. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on the field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
What is up? Cat. Punch Spurs, punch Spurs, punch Spurs. Punch Vegas, Vegas. Yes, 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 yes.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
To throw, Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colston Loveland, 37 yards. And the Bears add 6 to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll run the sweep here. This is Cobb. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. To the air, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Williams. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this one is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Roma Dunze in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
31, Seahawks 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
At the 35-yard line.
And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, Dunze wide open. It's complete. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here in these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Williams. That's to Moore, he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, Walker hitting the ball is out. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner, this time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, he bailed his team out with a scoop and score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second and 4. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing is Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards on the play. And the Bears first down.
That's to the right side, caught by Burden. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 10.
Ready, sit on! Yes! Touchdown!
Here's Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a first and goal from very short range.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, they've had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker. 5 yards, now it's third and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.